Hey, what are you guys doing here? You don't belong here. Get out of here. Hey, 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 die. You guys need to get out of here. You can't just be invading my space like this. Yeah, that's right. That'll teach you. You can't just invade my space. I'm gonna take you guys out, huh? Welcome to the next episode of All the Mods 9. Last episode, we worked on getting an alternator up and running. Well, not quite. But basically, we got this thing crafted, which was a process in of itself. And now this episode, we are going to work on getting this actually working. And then in addition to that, we're going to be crafting some things that utilize power, so we can actually utilize the power that we create with the create mod. Aha, see what I did there? See what I did there? Now, some of the methods we're going to be using to get some more power is we're going to make this windmill a little bit bigger so that it rotates faster as like a base speed. But in addition to that, we're going to be looking to put one more set of large cogwheel and regular cogwheel in order to double our speed once again. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and make a couple more cogwheels real quick. The large cogwheels are made with 2 planks. The regular the regular cogwheels are made with just 1 plank. We'll go ahead and this ominous banner down. Bam! Looks like trash. Okay, so let's go over here. We'll go ahead and take this large cogwheel. We have to connect it like this because if we connect it to the side, it's actually gonna completely negate the work that we just did, because if you put a large cogwheel next to a small cogwheel, it actually halves the speed. So this way, we're actually going to go ahead and double it again. Let's see if we can put it like this. And there we go. Now we have it rotating twice as fast once again, and let's go ahead and see how this works. Oops. Wrong machine. Okay, so it's still not rotating with enough speed. So, on to task number 2. Make more windmill sails. Let's do that. Boom. Boom. And I always do this wrong. Boom. Okay, windmill sails. Do we already have some? They're somewhere in one of these chests. Or they're in here. Yes, they are. All right, so we got 24 more windmill sails. We'll go ahead and put 6 on each side of the windmill. All right, so first things first, we gotta right-click this with an empty hand to stop it. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to add some more sails onto the windmill. So we're going to put some here, put some here. We're not going to do too much building off camera because you guys have already requested that I don't do the entire process, but we just kind of do a little updates here and there. I will say I've been quite the silly goose because, first off, I realized that in the episode where I went to the Cherry Grove biome, there were bamboos there, so I could have totally made scaffolding by now, and I just haven't done it, so I am going to be going and getting some scaffolding. But there we go, so we got some more windmill sails added to that. Now, as soon as I sleep, I'm going to go up there, right-click that again. I should have done that earlier. And then we'll see how fast the thing goes. All right. So we went ahead and right-click that, and wow, it is noticeably moving faster, which is awesome. Let's get down here real quick. Vein mine that. Boom. That there. And now let's see if the alternator is moving fast enough. It still is not rotating with enough speed. That is unfortunate. Now I wonder if I am able to do this one more time. Let's find out. Aha, there we go. Just one more of those things, and now we have this thing generating power. That is so exciting. Now, as I said earlier, I'm going to make this look better. I'm not going to have all these cog wheels in the final build, but for now, we're going to prioritize function over form, and once we get some of the functions working effectively, we are going to be able to utilize our power in order to make the form look better. But for now, this is awesome. I am also going to work on making the windmill itself look better in the future, because obviously this isn't the best design I could have ever come up with. I'm sure there's plenty of designs on the internet that look much better than this, but function over form, people. We gotta make the thing before we make the thing look pretty. Ah yes, welcome to episode 9, where I make more barrels, and this time it's to store all of my various create belongings. I don't even have these labeled, I just kind of have it memorized. Like, the rightmost one is the apotheosis one, this is where all the spawners are, this is the create stuff, and this is all of our valuables. So there you go. That's organization. But today, maybe that can start to change as we go into boom, boom, oh, boom. There we go. Applied energistics. Holy crap. Is this mod something that saves you so much energy? But to get started, it takes a little bit of work. Right, first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make an inscriber. So let's go ahead and make pistons. I don't like that the main piston recipe is all the way on this like second page here. So let's do this. Make some sticky pistons. Let's grab the iron and the copper out of the chest, and then bam, inscriber. Boom. That is part 1. I guess now we actually have to make some pipes. So we'll go ahead and energy pipe. And the reason I'm making these pipes and not any other pipes is because these are actually the only pipes that you can connect using the alternator. The alternator is actually very picky on which pipes you use, but these are not too hard to make. So they're probably the easiest pipes to make, and they're the only ones that work. So let's go ahead and put this right here. Out of the way, and we'll go ahead and put this right there. This is going to connect here, and it says device offline for some reason. Oh, that's because I actually have to make a wrench for the pipes mod. Let's go ahead and up click. Make this wrench. It takes 2 flint and a couple of those actually bronze rods. Okay, it's just rods. So I wonder if it's sticks will work. Boom. Wrench. Let's go. Okay, so now what we have to do is we actually have to set this to be able to output. So let's go ahead and go over here. I think it's shift right click, and then bam. That thing's got energy. It still says device offline for some reason, but I think that just means that I actually have to put some stuff into it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to make a lot of stuff to go ahead and start this off. So we need an ME. We don't technically need a controller yet, but we are going to need a crafting terminal. I do prefer to make the crafting terminal over anything else. So we're We're going to make an ME terminal. We're going to need 2 annihilation cores and a bright and illuminated panel. This stuff just takes a bunch of these logic processors. I think we're going to end up needing... I don't actually know the exact term, but I think we're going to end up needing around 8 of those things to go ahead and start a system off. So with this, we need quartz glass, glowstone, redstone, iron. So we actually didn't grab any glowstone from the nether. So that is one thing. But now, actually looking at this, I've kind of realized some of the structure that I want to put in these episodes. The past 2 episodes have been very mechanical and haven't involved a ton of building. Obviously, we did build the windmill in a couple episodes ago, but we haven't really done any big building since then. So I actually going to go ahead and take a break from building for now, because the ME system that we would be able to set up isn't too insane anyways. And I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to do my ME system off camera. I'm going to show you guys how it works and how to connect everything, because I still think that's valuable information. But I'm not going to show you guys the process at how I get the materials, because I can just explain that to you guys afterwards. So I will get back to you guys once we're ready to build. Now, you might be asking, what are we going to build? And for that, I do have an answer. The thing that we're going to build is actually going to be, I lost my train of thought. The thing that we're going to build is a botany pot greenhouse. Now, this isn't going to be like a huge extended thing that you see in most people's series where they just make a botany pot farm and it's just all mystical agriculture crops. Nope, we're not doing that. I'm avoiding mystical agriculture as much as possible. Oh, nice. What a unique flavor. You've gained a heart. That's sick. I'm going to stay away from that as much as possible. Main reason being is... What is this? This is like a dark oak. That's pretty cool. Helpful as well. Let's go ahead and get some of those saplings. We're doing this strictly because this is going to help us build other things in the future, because this is going to allow us to have different wood types at our disposal. So I'm going to grab these birch logs, get some birch saplings, and our goal in this little tiny incy bit adventuring session is going to be to get as many sapling types as possible, so that we can fill all of the sapling types into botany pots, and then we will have infinite of every wood type at our disposal, easily farmed with little power necessary. Nice, another one of these random spawners. This one's a silverfish. Got some diamonds, some irons, and a elongated stone sword. Now, I do notice that we have these interesting colored leaves here, but unfortunately, these are just dark oak leaves. They just, for some reason, have really cool colors, and it doesn't seem like we can take this back. I think this is just, yeah, it's a forested highlands, but I thought it was going to be a new sapling, so I'm a little disappointed. Okay, so we went through and we got some saplings from a couple of our waystones. We kind of just went over here. We went over to our quartz growth area, and we just looked around there. We got some spruce saplings, we got some dark oak, we got some birch, and then we already had some flourishing arcwood, which is awesome. So now we got 6 different saplings that we can go ahead and use for our new area. The next order of business is going to be getting the clay necessary to house all of these in hopper botany pots. So this is going to take a total of 30 iron for each hopper. Not for each hopper, but 30 iron total to get all of the hoppers necessary. And then that also means we're going to need 30 clay blocks to turn into terracotta. which means we are going to need 18 clay balls in order to turn into flower pots. So that is what we're going to need in order to craft our stuff. Now let's go ahead and get that stuff and get started. All right, so I actually saw this clay area earlier and I wanted to come check it out because that is awesome. Okay, we already have way too many stacks of this stuff. Goodness gracious. Here, let's go ahead and combine the spruce saplings together and the dark oak. And now we fell. Tower up. Okay. Okay, so this should be enough. Let's go ahead and crash some things. Boom. Inventory management. Don't worry, it'll be done soon. I keep on saying that I'm gonna do this heckin' ME system, but guys, I gotta give you a break from all the electronics. It's rotting your brains. It's making you sick to your stomach. Like, what are you meant to do when you spend all day on these electronics? Don't at me, guys. Don't at me, guys. It's not me. I didn't do it. That does remind me, though. I posted it in a community post today as I'm recording this, but it'll be a couple days ago by the time I do post this. I posted a community post about mods, and specifically, I want to know what mods you guys want me to try out. It would be very helpful if you guys gave me recommendations, because I don't always know what mods I should be getting into. And if you guys give me recommendations of what mods you either are interested in personally or mods that you just think would be very helpful for me, I would love to hear about that so that I can cater my content towards you guys. Because I am actually interested in what you guys are interested in, and I'm always looking to improve my content based on what my audience wants to see. And that's why I keep on doing these community posts. I'm going to keep doing them. I'm probably going to do one. Actually, I won't even tell you guys. It's going to be a surprise. But I'll keep doing these community posts because I like doing them. And I think that they're very helpful for learning what my community wants and learning just more about the mod packs in general. Because I am not the most experienced modded player in today's modded world. So, yeah. All right, let's get started on the builds here. Now, when I do building, obviously, you guys voted on the community post that you want me to do buildings partially on camera, partially off camera, and that is in a montage style. So I'm gonna go ahead and just find a good place on camera to build this. And then from there, I'm kind of just gonna be clipping in and out so that we can do this. Now, unfortunately, in the place that we picked our base, we kind of have this ugly stone area over here. And eventually, way down the line, when I get like a builder's wand, I might even just want to take some grass and just kind of put it all the way over this. So then grass grows over it, and it'll be kind of like a restorative era. So, and honestly, even when I do that, if you guys are up for it, I will totally change this biome from Stony Shore to whatever this biome is, because it would be more accurate. And also, I don't know how the grass would look in here. So that'll be pretty interesting. But for now, I'm kind of want to stick to this area. We got the windmill over here. I'm kind of planning on putting a workshop kind of near the windmills. So that's kind of what this area is reserved for. So maybe the best option would be kind of go behind the house. Now, this thing doesn't have to be too big because it's not imperative that that we have a ton of botany pots. And, you know, that's kind of what I touched on with the whole I don't want this to be a giant, like, mystical agriculture huge base thing. Oh, now I just came up with an idea. Let's see what's actually behind here. Well, this is where the bed is. Interesting, interesting. I wonder if I can go ahead and move this. My idea is actually I'm going to go ahead and move the bed upstairs. Sleep upstairs, all the windows around. That's kind of creepy, but let's go ahead and set the spawn. So my idea is I'm going to go ahead and create a porch out here. And it's not going to be this huge greenhouse, but that is where I'm going to set up these. How many saplings is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we got 7 saplings. We're going to set up all 7 of these saplings out on the porch over here. So let's go ahead and get started on that. All right, so we kind of got the baseline set up here. I'm going to go ahead and add like a fence post here to kind of drill it down a little bit. So we got space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got nice space for 9 saplings for now. I think that kind of the goal here is I want to go ahead and this will be space for a temporary setup for a bunch of these saplings. And what's awesome about this is once I have it set up with all of the saplings, we won't be limited by the resources that we have. We'll be able to use whatever resources we want. That's because we have all these botany pots set up with all of the different types of saplings. And that is super awesome. I did actually want to mention one last thing regarding the topic of mystical agriculture, because obviously it is a very useful mod, and the main reason why I don't want to use it is because it's very overpowered in a lot of ways for getting resources. Ooh, that does not look very good. I think I am going to have to use chests. I wonder if there's a way to make it so that don't connect. What if I do it like this? Nope, it still connects. Okay, well that's too bad. I am going to have to use chests or maybe a different type of storage. But what I was going to say is I think I do still want to use mystical agriculture, but I'm going to use it for things like stone and different types of stone, basically. So I want it for sand, I want it for stone, I want it for bricks or clay, all the resources that are very plentiful around the world, but are kind of tedious to get. So I don't want to have to go and grab sand. Like, even though we have vein miner, we can go and grab a stack of sand really easily. I don't want to have to do that every single time I want to get sand. But at the same time, I don't want to have to, or not have to, but I don't want to go and be able to get diamonds so easily that, you know, it's just, the game's just not even fun anymore. Because, well, I mean, it's still fun, but I think you guys kind of get the idea of, basically what I mean with this is I don't want to make diamond seeds with mystical agriculture because it is so easy to do it and so easy to set up that it doesn't really feel rewarding that I'm getting the diamonds for free. Whereas with the productive bees mod, which is something I am going to be getting into, I've touched on it a little bit, but basically what you have to do with productive bees is you have to breed up to the type of bee. So to actually get a diamond bee, let me show you. So this is a diamond bee. To get this diamond bee, we have to breed a lapis bee and an ender bee. So ender bees are found in the end, which does require you to get to the end. It doesn't necessarily require you to get to beat the ender dragon, but that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Then a lapis bee is breeded with a redstone bee and a blue banded bee. Blue banded bees are found in the wild, but redstone bees, you have to breed a glowing bee and a chocolate mining bee, and those are also both found in the wild. I think these are found in the nether, and the other bees are found in the overworld. So it's a lot of work to actually get to the point where these things finally produce these diamond combs, and once you use these diamond combs, you can put them in a centrifuge, and it has a 20% chance to get you a diamond. So it does have the potential to be very efficient, because after that you can just breed the diamond bees together and get a ton of them. But to get to that point, you actually have to do a lot of work. With mystical agriculture, all you really have to do, diamond seed. All you have to do is get this amount of resources. With Supremium, it's not too hard. It's kind of annoying to get, but it just takes time. And then once you put it in a botany pot, every time it rolls, it has a 1 in 100 chance to give you another diamond seed. And what ends up happening is, obviously, that's a low chance, but you are going to get another diamond seed eventually. And you basically just end up making a crap ton of diamond seeds, and then your diamond production just goes to the roof. I feel like it's too easy to get to the points of getting diamonds with the diamond seeds on mystical agriculture, so I would like to avoid that and instead go the route of protected bees. Sorry for the rant, but I just feel like it was kind of necessary. But at the end of the day, I guess it is my modded playthrough, and I'm allowed to do whatever I want. So that's how I enjoy the game, so that's how I'm going to do it. It's not the most efficient way, but I don't care. All right, so let's just get these botany pots set up before I end off the episode. All right, so we got the chests. Oh, messed that one up. Boom. Last thing left to do. I grab a hoe out of here. 7 soil. I'll actually even use our inferium farmland for this. That increases the speed a little bit. Make inferium farmland. And now, do oak, fir, spruce, flourishing arcwood, dark oak, birch, and finally, cherry blossom sapling. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a good amount done. We set up this nice little farm out on our porch here. We still do have to connect this a little bit, so we are going to be doing that. I'll probably just do that off camera, but yep, so we're going to go ahead and connect that so it actually has some supporting ground to it. And yeah, so this is super awesome. I'm super glad that we got this done, because now all I have to do is sit here for a little bit and we're going to get all the wood that we need. Make some awesome buildings in the future. So from here on out, we're pretty much going to have episodes structured like this. We're going to have an episode dedicated to building, and then an episode dedicated to tech stuff. I don't really want to do a ton of either one in a row in order to give, my different audiences what they want. So I'm going to be doing some tech, some building, but we'll try not to repeat it like every episode, like the next day being the same. I'd rather alternate. And obviously, tech and building isn't the only thing in this mod pack either. So, when we get to boss fighting and stuff like that, stuff in the Cataclysm mod, which I am super excited to get into, we're going to be alternating with stuff like that as well. So this mod pack really does have something for everything, and I want to show that off in the best way that I can. So long way of saying thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoy. It was another long one, so, if you watched the whole thing, then congrats, you got some extra content. If you sat through 30 minutes and it's difficult for you, then congrats, you're awesome. I'm glad that you were able to do that. But yeah, I will see you guys next time, and yeah, thank you.